Hello and welcome to this week's video review session with No Bones About It, Puppy Day School. We are going to be discussing leash manners this week. So before I get to any of the demo stuff, I just want to talk about the fact that leash manners, in order to get really good at it, they take a lot of thought on your puppy's part and a lot of longer term concentration ultimately, which none of these guys have right now. So that's working against us. The other thing that's working against us with the young puppies is that they have, you've heard me mention before, an oppositional reflex. So what that means is when they feel pressure on that leash, they want to pull against it. So let's say they just don't feel like moving and they flop down on the ground and you pull, they want to pull against that. Or let's say they're pulling forward and you're pulling back, they tend to want to drag you a little bit. So we have both things that are kind of working in, not in our favor when we're talking about leash manners. And the reality is most puppies just hate walking on leash. Everybody doesn't understand it. They're like, why doesn't a puppy want to go out and walk? They don't really, they think it feels weird. They're like attached to this thing. It's very different than if you say went on a little off-leash stroll somewhere where they could run and do other things. That's more like a puppy vibe. So bear that in mind as we're practicing. As they get older and their attention span is longer, things will become easier. In the meantime, using a front clip harness is really important. And if you don't have one and you want recommendations, I can give you recommendations for things that we can utilize. So the other point I want to make is that your puppy needs time, a lot of time, to stop and sniff when they are walking. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to just let my puppy go do whatever they want on a walk the whole time. But when I'm taking puppies out for a walk, I'm consciously making decisions to stop often and let them just sniff. You should not discount how important mental stimulation is, as well as physical exercise. Mental stimulation of sniffing, my other trainer, Chloe, that works for me, calls it a puppy's social media. So the way that you go and you check out everybody on social media, a puppy going and checking things out in their environment is like, oh, who's been here? What have they done? And all of that stuff is really good for your puppy. So, once they're fully vaccinated and you can really get out into the world, we're going to talk about, things to do. What does an appropriate walk look like for a puppy? So we're going to get into some of the nitty-gritty right now about how we start to train nice leash manners. One of the points I want to make before you actually go out and start walking with your puppy is not only the harness or the collar that you're using, Sage, but what kind of leash you're using. Okay, this leash is pretty thick and has a really heavy clip. This would probably be a little bit too much weight for a small puppy. Hi, where are you going? So I'm going to utilize this thinner little 1/4-inch leash with a really lightweight clip for a younger dog. And so I want you to be cognizant of the width of your leash as well as the size and weight of a clip. And the other thing that you should be thinking about is what type of material your leash is. So I really like either a soft leather leash, or this particular leash is called like biothane, and these are awesome because they have the feel of leather, but you can wash them, they can get wet and they won't get all soggy. The ones that most of my clients use are nylon leashes. Don't love them. They're harder in your hands. What you do to begin with is called, we're conditioning a place that we call reward zone or the fun zone. That is the place where your puppy learns to be at your side and give you eye contact. So all that means is that our puppy's going to be at our side facing the same direction. We're going to take one treat, we're going to put it on our hip, and we're going to slide straight down the pant leg. Then we're going to reload from our other hand, come straight to our hip, straight down the pant leg. Okay? We are not taking a treat from our hand and delivering it right to the puppy, because what we're trying to do is get an upward glance, get your puppy conditioned to looking up at you. So it's important that that treat It's important that that treat stay on your hip for a second or two. And if the puppy gets up, we're just going to take that treat. Come here, little love. And we're going to guide them around, kind of like in a little loop. So you can kind of see that I'm getting that puppy over to my side. I'm getting them sitting, facing the same direction, and then I'm sliding that straight down my pant leg. And I'm going to try to deliver 5 treats in a row before my puppy gets up. Okay, so what I'm using here with Fozzie is called an Easy Walk harness. They're also, another manufacturer is called Sensation. This is sort of the standard front clip harness, sort of, you know, not a lot of bulk, not a lot of weight. And so this is what I'm going to be using with Fozzie. So the beauty of this is it goes straight over the puppy's head. And then all I need to do is pull this around and clip it on the side. I don't have to have the puppy step into it. And then it's got a clip right in the center of the chest that my leash attaches to. So, again, I'm gonna start with this little puppy at my side. I'm gonna reload with the treats that are in my opposite hand. Reload. Come up to my hip, come straight down my pant leg. So again, this is called reward zone or fun zone. And once my puppy is really good at this, then I can start adding some steps and doing the exact same procedure. Okay, so again, we're gonna use those treats to get your puppy to sit at your side. And take the extra leash. I don't want to ever be holding my leash out like this either. Sometimes people are trying to like hold the end of the leash, which is where you kind of bunch it up. So there's just enough leash between me and the puppy. Maybe 2 feet. And treat on this hip. Okay, pop, pop, pop. So I practice this inside. I don't even practice outside. I practice inside with no leash in the beginning so that I get to the point where my dog does not want to walk away from me. They think this is so great. Why would they ever leave? Right? There we go. And when I can step off, okay, and my puppy comes and sits right back at my side, that's when I know I'm really ready to start adding some walking. Right now, we're just building that skill. Be at my side. Walk next to me nicely. Don't cross in back of me. Hi, good job. And when I stop, can you sit for me? Sit? Yes, good job. Okay. Very good. Okay. So Silka is sporting a trendy little harness in a very fashionable pattern, but it still has a clip in the front, which I really like. Harnesses that clip in the back really make pulling more comfortable. That's why sled dogs wear them. Not really our goal. Our goal isn't really to make pulling comfortable. Silka! Bop, 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 bop. Yes. So when I get that upward glance, bop, bop. Okay, hey pop pops. Hey little girl, hey, what I got? You can tell how all of these puppies, I mean their attention span is like 0. So you can only imagine when we start adding outdoor walking to this, come on, that makes it incredibly crazy hard. So we want to practice the skill of sitting and doing the reward zone, fun zone with no walking. And okay, let's go. And then add a couple steps. Let's go. No jumping though. Come on. No crossing behind. Just use your leash to guide your puppy back to the side. And again, you can see that if the puppy stops, let's go. Come on. Yes, good. If your puppy stops, just do a quick little tug on your leash. Do not get a treat out to lure that dog out of the sit. You would be rewarding that stopping and sitting behavior. So do a quick little tug. As soon as the puppy starts moving, then get your treats going. Clap. Give them lots and lots of attention for movement. And again, think about practicing this reward zone behavior in your house, just around in a hallway, around the kitchen or the island, so the dog just gets used to walking to your side and getting rewarded. This is a really complicated mechanical behavior, or the mechanics of this are really hard for the trainer. So it's also something you got to get really good at. Holding your leash, holding extra treats in your leash hand, having one treat come out at a time, up to your hip, straight down your pant leg. Your timing has to be really good. This is something you got to practice to get good at. And just remember, leash manners are hard for little puppies. I equate it to like taking your toddler to like a restaurant and, you know, trying to get through 4 courses. It's like, forget it, like small little bursts, and have appropriate expectations. All right, have a great weekend, and we'll see all you guys next week.